managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely, I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Oh, that's a great shot and sets up a birdie look here at the 13th.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Well, that's the perfect shape. Just controlling a fade. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard.
This really looks good.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich, 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. If you find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Oh, absolutely flushed. And here we are with the third shot. 3 shots off the lead. That's tidy. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
That was a gallant attempt. Just 10 feet to the cup here. Was on a good line. Putting for bogey here. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. A quality shot, that. What's in front of them, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Oh, so close. An opportunity to make a par here. Currently at -3 for the event. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees in all sorts of trouble.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's get back to it, shall we? A chance to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make. Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now.
And let's have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
He's currently tied for 5th.
The Copperheads' penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot, plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move. And this putt to move into a tie for 2nd.
I think it should make it tied going into the final hole.
Just didn't drop. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Ooh. Seven feet to the cup. Nice line. And makes it for the bogey.
Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot. This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
And with it, that concludes his event.
Well, Rich, that's a shame. They came out of the gates very fast, but in the end just fizzled out.
When you get off to a hot start like that, usually there's only one place to go, Luke, and that's down. And unfortunately, that's what happened to this player. It's a shame.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be out here. As this event kicks off, our feature group consists of 2 players that appear to have entered into this fantastic rivalry.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish bull.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Outstanding approach shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
And he finds himself in a tie for third. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
Getting ready to play their third. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Might need to get the feel back on the putting green. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Nice little putt to hole, that one. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. Oh, terrific. What an effort. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Lining up the birdie putt here. That's frustrating. Big putt for par coming up. Ouch, that hurts. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And that'll drop him down to even par now.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards. Only 2 shots off the pace. Opting for the 6-iron. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's return to live play now. And this putt to move into a tie for third. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
They've got this to get into a tie with Rahm.
Yeah, we'll take that. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall.
Moving up the leaderboard, I like it.
Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
Jon Rahm watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
Oh, how about that one? And that will take him to 1 under. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
And this shot from about 150 yards out. Just one stroke back and right in it. Choosing the 9-iron here. It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Let's catch up with Jon Rahm. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Okay, let's get back to the action. Setting up from the first cut here in the green. Wow, that almost went in the hole. And a chance to move into a tie for second here. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the third hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently in 5th place.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. This is from miles away. Okay, slow down now. That's enough. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out. Nice little par putt here.
Okay, steady now. 11 feet left to the hole. This one's tracking. Ooh, right by the hole. This putt here for double bogey. Make sure you make this one. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Coming off that double bogey than last makes it even more difficult.
Wonderfully played. You know, the Valero Texas Open is such a hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan, Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the cowboy boots for winning here. But TPC San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament, since its inception here at TPC San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you stand on any particular shot and feel like it's easy. Like you can breathe easily and go ahead and let it go. Maybe on 1 or 2 holes, but that's about it. There is danger seemingly everywhere, especially off the tee around this golf course. Most notably, the 9th hole, where one player hit his first shot to the right, And then it stayed right, and then stayed right, and then all added up to a 16. So there you go. I think that's the highest score ever recorded at a PGA Tour event as well, a 16. Where? At TPC San Antonio.
Opting for the 5-iron.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Well, that's well played, and a chance for birdie here at the 9th.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
8 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
Better than most.
Oh, just missed. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in.
And being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. As players make the turn, they find themselves on the tee at the 10th.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
Quality shot, that one. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
Nice shot, that. That should find the surface. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. It was on a good line. Par putt coming up here. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. And this putt to move them into a tie for second.
Looks good.
That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par here. There it is. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. We'll reach this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
That's frustrating. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. 13's a long par 3 measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short in those bunkers, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. How close was that to going down? 5 feet coming up to the cup. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. He's currently in a share of 6th. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Even for the day. Currently tied for 6th. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. Terrific shot. And a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th. And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
Oh, that was a tasty little morsel, wasn't it?
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
From around 180 yards out. 2 strokes off the lead. Going with the 5-iron here. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 2 shots behind. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Just didn't drop. 4 feet to the cup. Ooh. We don't want to drop any more shots. Let's make this for double. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Sitting at 1 over for the day.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
As we find ourselves at the 16th, a par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
Handy effort, that one. 13 feet to the cup.
Looking better.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. And with that now, back to level par.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Come on, that finish line's in sight. Let's power towards it.
That dog will hunt.
And Rich, I just keep watching this name moving north on the leaderboard. They're pulling out all the stops right now.
Tell you what, they're getting an awful lot out of their round. If the leaders aren't careful, this player could catch them.
And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it.
And only 1 hole to go in this event, Luke.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
This player getting ready to play their final hole, just a shot off the pace. Not a bad line, this one. Second shot here at the 18th. Well struck. Well, this is an important shot for this player. Knock it close, set up a birdie, and force that play off. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Well, that's one job complete, Rich. They've shimmied their way onto the dance floor.
Yes, but can they keep their dancing shoes on, Luke? They need this putt to force the playoff.
Looked like they hinged in that stroke. And with that putt, concludes this player's round. That's a shame. They came oh so close to what would have been an incredible comeback victory.
The stories that we could have told if they completed the victory would be endless. Unfortunately, not getting it done, but still, what a performance on this final round.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Legends Championship is about to start. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, what a gorgeous day as this event kicks off our featured group. Well, we've got two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Well, Henny, quite a challenge that this player has set for themselves. We've seen them beat many of their rivals this season, but there are not many people that can go up against the great Tiger Woods and succeed. History's told us that.
Oh, well, they certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow indeed.
I'm jumping around in my seat, and I can also see Rich Beem doing exactly the same. He managed this feat back in 2002 when he won the PGA at Hazeltine over the great Tiger Woods.
Oh, please, Luke, don't mention that. Once we get Rich on his high horse, there's no getting him down again. Although he has shown that it can be done. Tiger Woods can be beaten. However, it is such a tall order. I know that this player has beaten all of these incredible roster of players in all these rivalries so far, but come on, this is Tiger Woods. Can it really be done today?
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it.
Pretty good shot there.
Playing from around 210 yards here. Opting for the hybrid, I think. This one looks to be heading towards the green. Not a bad play, that one.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? An opportunity to make their par.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Oh, what a lovely putt to make.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. Oh, that celebration, that's a little spicy. I don't know if these two are going to be talking now.
Okay, let's take it down to John McCarthy, who seems to be hiding behind a tree here. John, you've been getting familiar with this golf course. What will the players be dealing with this week at Lone Grove Golf Course?
Well, Luke, as I walked the course, checking it out this morning, the one thing that is immediate is this course is full of elevation changes. Not only throughout the holes either. It's like even when you get to the greens, the elevation changes can get you. These greens are dynamic, and that is putting it very lightly. You really have to plan out your approach shots into these greens to make sure you don't leave yourself in trouble. Some of these greens can straight up reject a poorly executed approach shot just from the contours of the green alone. Other times you may leave yourself on like the wrong shelf of a green, making the next putt nearly impossible. These greens can really play tricks on you here at Lone Grove Golf Course, and I'm looking forward to see how the players deal with it today.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him in the third round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with them, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted.
Outside chance for birdie here, Luke.
Let's catch up with Tiger Woods, shall we?
Wind moving the golf ball left to right.
Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. Oh, can you believe it? That's remarkable.
Ooh, tasty little pitch shot. Gets it to go. Fist pumps all around.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. That's disappointing. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And a quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first spot, with Tony Finau second. Here at Lone Grove Golf Course, the sixth hole is a par 4 measuring a decent 465 yards, Rich, all the way back there at the tips.
Yeah, no bunkers on this tee shot. Plenty of room to hit it both right and left. But if you miss it wide one direction or another, you're going to find all kinds of troubles with those tall trees. Just that one bunker that fronts the left-hand side of the green here. Again, though, a lot of runoff areas around this green makes that second shot so much more difficult to get it close.
That's a good-looking shot there. It's been a bit of a struggle on the greens. Hopefully he can change it here. Ouch, that hurts. Just a 4-footer remaining. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Teeing off here at the 7th. Great shot. A chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under. Oh, so close. And this putt coming up for his par. Now that's a bad break there, Rich. Just probably a little bit too much pace. And this one will be for bogey. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
That silky touch from around the greens. A lovely shot to chip in. And that'll promote a good move up the standings. Time to face a par 4 now. Sitting at 2 under par. They currently share the lead in this one. That one should find the surface. Good shot there. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
Oh, just missed. Just 3 feet to the cup. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's currently in 4th place.
And down she goes, the long-range bomb. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Here we go. We're beginning the 9th hole now. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
They can't quite see the green here, Luke, because it's elevated, it's much higher. They're definitely going to have to club up.
Getting ready to play their third. Currently a shot off the lead. Didn't that look good for a long time? Just a simple tap in for birdie, and that will take him to 3 under. And as we make the turn here, Rich, our player tied for the lead.
Every player wants to be in this position. I can promise you that. Let's see how they perform over this final 9 and if they can get the job done.
That's some good golf right there. Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career, it almost seems superfluous to add anything more to it. But what that man has meant to the game, and again, to people like yourself who have gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just he changed the perception of the game as it being kind of an old man sport, and all of a sudden he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. It just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these old guys that are dressed poorly with big beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player. And everybody else was just kind of sitting there and all going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that, everybody's kind of looking back going, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Well, you can club down. Everything's all in front of you as it runs into this downhill green.
Great looking shot, this. Oh, that was so close to going in. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 and 2.
2 big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
Oh, birdie with big wings. Great putt. And that will take him to 5 under. And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard. Well, 13th, that's unlucky for some, Rich.
Feeling awfully good coming off an eagle at the last.
And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. Playing from around 150 yards here. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Should find the green. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's currently in 2nd place, hoping to overtake the leader.
And back to the play, shall we? And he's down there. You got a read?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays. And that will move him to 6 under par. Currently in 1st position. We have a par 5 at this one. Well, that's a handy shot. Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at. Their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
Well played, mate. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up this one, hitting into a downhill green. They might be taking a bit less club here.
That should find the surface. That's just inside the range. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And with that putt, now it's 6 under with a few to play.
And just with the slimmest of leads out there, Luke, this will be interesting to see how they handle the pressure.
On the tee of a par 3. Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Wow, that's misjudged. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Now at the 17th hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Here's a look at Jon Rahm from earlier.
Out of the sand and into the hole.
That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation. That's the way to bounce back. Good way to make up for the bogey at the last. And that will take him to 6 under. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. And Rich, after the first 17 have tested the plan, they find themselves on yet one more examination with this last hole.
I love this hole because if you're leading and have a chance to win, this is the tee shot you want. There's all kinds of room out there to the right-hand side. Tee it high and let it fly. Give yourself the best opportunity to go into this elevated green with a short iron to make it as easy as possible on you. And it's much easier said than done, Luke, as you and I both well know.
Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
And with this putt, he will win the event.
Get in. Well, Rich, as the legendary Jim Nance once said, they're now rich and famous.
I gotta say, that was an incredible statement by the great man and bestowed upon a great player. And this player will be thrilled to become rich and famous.
Rich, this is something you can understand. This player now a major champion.
Luke, life-changing indeed, I have to say. I'm thrilled for this player as I know what is in store from them. It's a life-changing moment.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.